In this video, we will discuss levels of management. Let us see what is meant by the levels of management. This is a very familiar concept because you might have seen different levels of management in any organization. Like the top level management, mid-level management, and the lower level management. These things we are going to explain. So first, we shall define what is meant by this level of management. Level of management refers to a line of demarcation between various managerial positions in any organization. So there is a line of demarcation. What should be done by the first level of managers, second level of managers, third level of managers, or what should be done by the top level of manager, mid level of manager, lower level of manager. So these kinds of a line of demarcation, that is what is referred to as the levels of management. So the term levels of management refers to a line of demarcation between various managerial positions in any organization. But the number of levels in management, of course, that varies from organization to organization. In some organization, you can see different levels of management, especially in big organizations. In corporate business, where the workforce number is very high, you can see different levels of management. So the number of levels in management increases when the size of the business and workforce increases and vice versa. The level of management determines a chain of command, the amount of authority, how much authority each holds, and how much status each holds. So all these things will be determined by the level of management. So the chain of command in an organization and the authority which persons enjoy, status means that the persons enjoy. So all these things will be determined by this level of management. The top level manager will get more authority because he will have more power, and the status enjoyed by the top level management will also be very high status, will also be very high compared to the other two levels of management. Lower level management will have low authority, low power, and low status. So actually, the authority and the status enjoyed by the persons in an organization is determined by the level of management. So the level of management determines the chain of command and the amount of authority and status enjoyed by any managerial positions. The levels of management can be classified into three broad categories: top level management, mid-level management, and lower level or supervisory or operational level management. So we have three levels of management: top level management, mid-level management, lower level or supervisory or operational level of management. So we will now explain each of these levels of management. Let us come to the first level of management, that is a top level of management. And top level of management, as you know, consists of chairman, board of directors, managing director, in some organizations, general manager, president, vice president, and in some big organization, you can see CEOs, chief executive officers, and chief financial officers may be there, and chief operating officers may be there. So all these persons who head the institution means at the higher levels, they are the part of the top level management. It includes group of crucial persons essential for leading and directing the efforts of other people. And the managers working at this level have maximum authority. So these managers have maximum authority. They enjoy maximum authority, and they have good status in the company or in the organization. Now, what are the functions of the top level management? First function is to determine the objectives of the enterprise, determining the objectives of the enterprise. So this is usually done by the top management. The top level managers formulate the main objectives of the organization. They form long-term as well as short-term objectives. Whether there should be whether the firm should set the objective of profit maximization, revenue maximization, or market capturing. So what should be the objective of the firm? Usually it is decided by the top level management, and they form both the long-term and short-term objectives. Second important function of the top level management is to frame plans and policies. The top level managers also frame the plans and policies to achieve the set of objectives. Third important function is organizing activities to be performed by persons working at the middle level. So this is also the duty of the top level management. What are the important activities to be performed by the middle level management? This should also be decided by the top level management. So third important function of the top level management is to organize the activities to be performed by persons working at the mid level. The top level management assigns jobs to different individuals working at the mid level. Next important function of the top level management is to assemble all resources such as finance, fixed assets, etc. Or in other ways, organizing things. Means finance should be arranged, assets should be arranged. So the top level management arranges all the finance required to carry on the day-to-day activities of the firm. They buy fixed assets to carry on activities in the organization. Next important function of the top level management is to look after the welfare and survival of the organization as a whole. So that's also the responsibility of the top level management. Top level management is responsible for the survival and growth of the organization. They make plan to run the organization smoothly and successfully. So the survival of the organization, when competition comes in, naturally it will become difficult for the existing firms to survive. So how do these firms survive, and what are the strategies to be adopted for their survival? And that has to be planned by the top level management. Then liaison with outside world, for example, meeting government officials, etc. So the top level management has to connect themselves. They have to connect themselves with the outside world. The top level management persons have to connect themselves with the outside world. So therefore, a link with the outside world is normally established with the help of the top level management. For example, meeting government officials for many things, for getting license or for some kind of expansionary activities. These top level management will meet the government officials. The top level management remains in contact with government, competitors, suppliers of items, media, etc. Jobs of top level are complex, stressful job, demanding long hours of commitment towards organization. So the top level management is somewhat complex one. It is a stressful one, but at the same time they have the authority and they will be paid more also. They will be given more remuneration, but their work is of a complex nature and stressful. Then lastly, the important function of the top level management is to is the survival of the organization that we discussed earlier, survival of the organization and welfare of the older people in the organization. Okay, so these are the functions of the top level management. Once again, I will repeat: determining the objectives of the enterprise, framing of plans and policies of the enterprise, then organizing activities to be performed by persons at the mid-level, then assembling all the resources such as finance, fixed assets, etc. And next, responsible for welfare and survival of the organization, the liaison with the outside world, connecting with the outside world, meeting government officials, etc. So these are the important functions of the top level management. Now, having discussed the top level management, now we proceed to the next level of management, that is mid-level management. This level of management consists of departmental heads such as purchase department head, sales department head, finance manager, marketing manager, executive officers at different levels, plant superintendent, etc. So these people will come under the mid-level management. For example, you can compare it with the cases of our college. For example, principal, vice principal, or means such type of top people. They are top level managers, whereas the department heads are they can be considered as the mid-level managers, like that. So this level of management consists of departmental heads such as purchase department head, sales department head, etc. Okay, and people of this group, they are responsible for executing the plans and policies made by the top level management. So the top level management will decide the plans and policies, and these plans and policies are to be executed, are to be implemented, are to be implemented with the help of these mid-level managers. They act as a linking pin between top level and lower level management. So we have the top level management and lower level management. In mid-level management comes here. So mid-level managers act as a link between top level and lower level management. Okay. So they act as a linking pin between top level and lower level management. They also exercise the functions of top level for their department as they make plans and policies for their own department, organize and collect resources, etc. So these mid-level managers can also form some plans for their departmental activities. So they also exercise the functions of top level for their department as they make plans and policies for their department. Now, let us see what are the important functions of this mid-level management. First is interpretation of policies framed by the top-level management to the lower-level management. So as we have seen, the top-level management will frame some policies, but these policies are to be explained to the lower-level managers. So who will explain these policies to the lower-level managers? Middle-level managers will explain the policies of the top-level management to the lower-level management. So this is the first important function being performed by the mid-level managers. Middle-level management acts as a linking pin between top level and lower level. They explain the main plans and policies framed by top level management to the lower level managers. Next is organizing the activities of their department for executing the plans and policies. Organizing the activities of their department for executing the plans and policies. So here, the plans and policies of the top level management will have to be executed. So for that, the mid-level managers will organize the activities at the departmental level. Generally, mid-level managers are the head of some department, so they organize all the resources and activities of their department. Next, finding out or recruiting, selecting, and appointing the required employees for their department. The mid-level management selects and appoints employees of their department. So for the department, how much people are required and how are they selected and at what time should they be appointed. So these things will be taken care of by the mid-level managers. Then another important function of the mid-level management is to motivate the persons to perform to their best ability. So give more motivation to the people so that they work hard to the aspirations or to the means to the aspirations or expectations of the organization. So this is also done by the mid-level managers. So mid-level managers motivate persons, motivate people to perform to their best. The mid-level managers offer various incentives to employees so that they get motivated and perform to their best ability. Next important function of mid-level management is to control and instruct the employees, preparing their performance reports, etc. The mid-level managers keep a watch on the activities of lower-level managers. They prepare their performance appraisal reports. So mid-level managers, they watch the activities of the lower-level managers and prepare performance appraisal report of the lower-level management. So what are the duties or whether the lower-level managers perform up to the expectations or not? How do they work? So these things will be evaluated by the mid-level managers. Next, cooperate with other departments for smooth functioning. It's also the responsibility of the mid-level manager. Mid-level manager has to cooperate with other departments for the smooth functioning. Finally, implementing the plans framed by the top-level managers. The means whatever the top level manager tells or plans, and these things have to be implemented by the mid-level managers. So we have seen the functions of the mid-level managers, who is a mid-level manager, and what are the functions of the mid-level manager. Now we will come to the lower category, that is the lower level or supervisory level or operational level management. Although this is a lower category, they also assume great significance as far as an organization is concerned. An organization cannot be run without the help of the lower level or supervisory or operational level managers. They are very much needed. So this level consists of supervisors, superintendents, foremen, subsequent sub-department executives, clerk, etc. So they are the parts of the lower level management. Managers of this group actually carry on the work or perform the activities according to the plans of top and mid-level management. So the plans of top and mid-level management will be carried out on the ground by these people, by the top level manager, by the lower level managers. So lower level managers will carry on the work planned by, decided by the top and mid-level managers. Their authority is limited. So the lower level management does not have more authority. Their authority is limited. The quality and quantity of output depends upon the efficiency of this level of managers. So the output of a firm, quality of the products, these things will ultimately depend upon the efficiency of the lower level management. So they are expected to work more. They have no authority to delegate. They have no authority to decide the things. They are just workers in the sense that the quality and quantity of the output in the business organization depends mainly on the efficiency of these lower level managers. They pass on the instruction to workers and report to the mid-level management. They are also responsible for maintaining discipline among the workers. Now we will see the functions of this lower level management. One is the first function is representing the problems or grievances of workers before the mid-level management. So the workers may have a lot of problems, but these problems will be represented before the mid-level management by the lower level management. The supervisory level managers are directly linked with subordinates so they are the right persons to understand the problems and grievances of subordinates. They pass these problems to mid-level management. Next important function is maintaining good working conditions and developing healthy relations between superior and subordinate. This is also an important duty of the lower level manager. That is means securing or getting a good cordial connection between the supervisor and the subordinate, or superior and subordinate. And that has to be maintained with the help of or by the mid-level manager. So it's a responsibility of the mid-level manager to see that a good working condition exists in the organization, especially between the superior and the subordinate. The supervisory managers provide good working conditions and create supportive work environment which improve relations between supervisors and subordinates. Next important function is looking after the safety of workers. Supervisory level managers provide safe and secure work environment for workers. So workers should be given a safe environment to work, and that will be ensured by the lower level management. Helping the mid-level management in recruiting, selecting, and appointing the workers. This is also yet another important function of the lower level management. The supervisory level managers guide and help the middle-level managers when they select and appoint employees. Next, communicating with workers and welcoming their suggestions. So take suggestions from the workers means as to what kind of changes are to be made. So these are also decided by the lower level management. And the supervisory level managers or lower level managers encourage the workers to take initiative. They welcome their suggestions and reward them for good suggestions. They try to maintain precise standard of quality and ensure steady flow of output. So this is also the responsibility of the lower level manager. So ensuring quality of the product and the steady flow of output to the market. These things have to be ensured by the lower level management. The supervisory level managers make sure that quality of standards are maintained by the workers. They are also responsible for boosting the morale of workers and developing the team spirit in them. They motivate the employees and boost their morale. And minimizing, last important, perhaps the last important function of this lower level management is to minimize the wastage of materials. So it is a responsibility of the lower level management to ensure that no more wastage is created in the process of production or marketing, etc. So minimize the wastage of materials. This is also to be done by the lower level. So let us have a quick revision of the lower level management functions. One is to represent the problems and grievances of the workers before the mid-level management. Second, to maintain good working conditions between superior and subordinate. Third, looking after the safety of the workers. Next, helping the middle management to recruit persons. Next, communicating with workers and getting suggestions from workers. Next, maintain precise standard of quality and steady flow of output. Next, boost the morale of workers and develop a team spirit. Next, to minimize wastage of materials. So these are the important functions of the lower level management. And this figure actually explains the functions of people at different levels of management: top level management, mid level management, and of course the lower level management. So this figure is a summary picture of the functions to be performed by the people holding positions at different levels of management in an organization. So in this class, we have explained the levels of management, what is meant by the level of management. And after that, we have seen 3 levels of management can be seen in every firm or organization. So who are the persons forming the top level of management, and what are the duties to be performed or functions of the top level management, and who form the mid-level management, or who are the persons coming under the mid-level management, and what are their duties. And after that, the lower level management is also, which is also known as supervisory level or operational level. So what are the duties performed by the lower level management? And after that, we have just presented a summary picture of the different levels of managers. And with this, we finish this class. Thank you.